Hello children, I welcome you today to vocabulary section from your English grammar book, that is chapter number 20, in which we will study affixes today. Okay, now affixes children, an affix is a group of letters which can be added to a word or a root word to modify or change its meaning, right? The word to which we add an affix is called the root word or the actual word, right? And affixes are of two types, prefix and suffix. Let's discuss prefix first. So this word prefix is made up with the two words, okay? First is pre and the second is fix, children. Okay, pre means before and fix means add or join. So a word that can be added before a word is called a prefix, right? Now see, prefix is a word which is added before any word. It changes the meaning of the word also, right? Prefix is a group of letters which is added before or in front of any word, okay? Sometimes we get the opposite of the root word or say antonym of the root word when we add this prefix, okay? Now, here are few examples of prefix, children. See, I am, you can add I am in front of the word, IN also in front of the word or before the word, and DIS also before the root verb. Children, when we add these prefix like IN, IM, DIS to a root word, we get the opposite of the root verb. Now let's see this exercise here. We have to fill in the blanks to follow the examples here, like add IN. Active will become inactive if we add the prefix in before the word active. Okay, justice will become injustice. Visible will become invisible. Adequate, inadequate. Direct, indirect. Correct, incorrect. Okay. Now if we add the prefix I am, patient will become impatient. Polite will become impolite, and these are all opposite words. Okay. Balance will become imbalance, pure will become impure, proper, improper, mature, immature. Now when we add this dis before the root word, that is agree will become disagree, obey will become disobey, believe will become disbelieve, advantage will become disadvantage, loyal will become disloyal, qualify, disqualify. Okay. Now children, let's study what are homonyms and homographs. Okay. Children, homo means same and nym means name. So children, homonyms are those words that have same pronunciation, means same sound and same spelling, but they have different meaning. Okay. So children, let's see few examples which will make your concept of homonyms more clear. The first one, I can swim and give me a can of juice. So these are two sentences. Here can, pronunciation is same, spelling is same, but has different meaning. Now let's see what is the different meaning of theirs. I can swim. Here can is used for showing that it is possible for everybody, that it is possible that I can swim. Now the next sentence, give me a can of juice. So here can is a metal or plastic container that is used for holding or carrying liquid. Okay. So here this word can is a homonym which has the same pronunciation and same spelling but different meaning. Okay. Now see the next example. My bat broke. I am scared of bats. So in this example, children, the word bat has same pronunciation, same sound, same spelling, but has different meaning. Okay, here first bat means a piece of wood used to hit the ball. Okay, the bat which you play with, and the another bat is an animal which is considered responsible for coronavirus nowadays. Okay, so it's a animal. Now the third example, the dancer took a bow. The hunter shot the deer with a bow. Now, this bow to bend, the first one is to bend your head or the upper part of your body forward and down as a sign of respect. Okay. And the second one is the hunter shot the deer with a bow. It is a ranged weapon system consisting of a elastic launching device. Okay, so here it has the same sound and same spelling but has different meaning. Okay, now the next one, the baby was going to tear the paper. The onion brought tears to my eyes. Now first one, tear, is to split something by pulling apart, usually so as to leave irregular edges, means tearing it. Okay, so the baby was going to tear the paper. Oh, the next one is the onion brought tears to my eyes. So here tear means a drop of water that comes from your eye when you are crying. So here it has the same meaning, same spelling, same pronunciation, but has different meaning. Okay children, I hope these homonyms are clear to you. Now switching on to homographs now. Now what are homographs? Homograph is made of again two words, homo plus graph. Okay, homo means same and graph means writing. So combining them it becomes word having the same writing or spelling. Okay. And what does it means? That there are words in English that have the same spelling but may or may not have the same sound or pronunciation. Okay, but they have completely different meaning. So there are words, these words are called homographs. Okay. Now look at the definition. A pair of words that have the same spellings but different sounds and meaning are called homographs. Their sound can be same or they can't be same. Okay. So children, look at the pair of pictures and write the homonyms. So here this girl is waving her hand and here are the waves of the sea. So this means a line of water moving across the surface of water, especially the sea, that is higher than the rest of the surface. Okay. Like we can see, we watch the waves on the seashore. Okay. And here this girl is waving the hand from side to side in the air so as to meet or leave somebody as we wave our hand. So we wave flags as the president comes. Okay. So this can be an example of waving. Now in the second picture we have the letter A and a letter in an envelope. So this letter is written or printed as a message that you send to somebody. Okay, for example, you can say that I got a letter from my friend this morning, and here this A is a written or printed sign that represent a sound in a language, like A is the first letter of the English alphabet. Okay, so their spellings are same but they have the different sound and meaning. Now this third one is, he is a ruler and this is a scale, the ruler from with which you draw a straight line. Okay, so this ruler is a person who rules a country, like king, emperor or leader, and this is a straight piece of wood or plastic marked in centimeters or inches that you use for measuring something or drawing a straight line, right? Now the next homonym is saw. That means the left side of the figure is stating that it is a tool that is used for cutting wood. Okay, like I can say that I use a saw to cut the wood. And here this saw is the past tense of see, that I saw his picture on my mobile or your mobile. So this is the past tense of see. This person is seeing. Okay. Now the E part is, now next is the ring. Children, the left side is the finger ring and the right side is the ring of the telephone. Okay. Now the next one is rose. Children, left side it's a flower, rose, and the right side is, it's the past tense of rise. This boy is rising up. Okay. Now G. Now this bark has also the two meaning. The first one is the loud noise that a dog makes, and the second is the hard outer covering of a tree, that is also called a bark. So children, I hope this is all clear to you. You have to do this exercise very neatly in the book. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day.